Hello, everybody. My name is Carmen, and if this is your first time here, welcome to the Code. This is the place where we talk everything self care, mental health. We talk about the hard things in life, and we empower people to grow, to change, and to, live in their truth. So, this is the place where divine things grow. If you're ready to grow with me, subscribe. Okay, guys, so today's topic is loneliness. Loneliness, loneliness, loneliness. A lot of people don't realize, but loneliness is a big, big issue in the United States, across the world, and many people do not know how to deal with it. And that loneliness can create more mental health issues, or they could be a symptom of mental health issues that you already have. This isn't a research video. This isn't a textbook video. This is a video of real life ways to deal with loneliness. And I'm going to use myself as an example. Everybody's lonely, but nobody actually talks about how loneliness can affect your body, can affect your mind, your behaviors. Nobody really talks about that. They just say, okay, well, there's a simple fix. Go out there and make some friends. Mm, I don't think that's the best approach because sometimes it's not about you putting yourself in a situation with more people, because you can be surrounded by a group of people and still feel alone. So we can, yes, it may help to get out the house. It may help to make some friends. But does it solve the root of the loneliness? It doesn't. So, what does? How do we help ourselves climb out of this hole that is so far spread? Because it's an epidemic. Loneliness is an epidemic in the United States, in other countries across the world. Loneliness is affecting everybody. And so we need more advice than to just go make some friends, join a club, put yourself out there, because you can do all those things and loneliness can still settle into your mind, into your behaviors, into your emotions. So, what can we do? One of the loneliest moments of my life, one of the loneliest seasons of my life, many people was like, just get out of the house, get involved, put yourself out there. But I guarantee you, it wasn't me getting out of the house, it wasn't me joining a club, it wasn't me putting myself out there that helped me bring myself from the lonely place that I was in. Let me tell you what really helped me. I had to learn how to regulate my nervous system. I had to learn how to apply coping skills. And I had to learn how to combat those negative thoughts that tried to overtake me when I was feeling down or when things just weren't working out right. So, my point of this video today is to provide you with some tools and tips that work for me. Again, I am not a medical provider yet. I do not have my license. It is in the works, but this is my personal journey and I want to share those things with you. And I hope that it'll help you like it helped me. We are social creatures. We love to be a part of something bigger than ourselves. We love to be connected with others. We love to make an impact on those around us. And when we can't do that, it can impact us negatively. So, when let's say, let me tell you. So, a couple of years ago, I hit a wall. I became introverted. I didn't really communicate with many people. I didn't go out. I went to work, came home, did my classes, mom, wife, and that was it. I didn't go out to bars and stuff with friends. I didn't go to places. I wouldn't even really go shopping. Everything was bought online. I am an Amazonaholic. So that loneliness, it not only that loneliness affected me in a way where it made my mental health decline, it made my physical health decline, and then it definitely it definitely affected my emotional states. So I took a few steps that I felt like would be really, really useful for me to rebuild my confidence, to combat these loneliness, and to shoo those negative thoughts that were trying to ruin my life. We not having it around here. So I'm going to share with you guys 4 things that helped me climb out of the loneliness and that put me in a position where I didn't feel alone even when things were bad, even when things got sad, even when I felt like life just wouldn't line up. This is how I combated the loneliness. First things first, I feel like it's always important that you regulate your emotional system, you regulate your nervous system. We can live in that fight, flight, freeze state, or we can try to build from that. Some things that I tried that really help regulate in my nervous system is breathing techniques. Those are things you can do and you don't need nobody to help you do those. And then I also like muscle relaxation. Literally just get the sensation of your body tense, tense, tense until you work your way all the way through your body, all your muscles. That way you can bring yourself back to the current state and regulate those emotions. Also, you can use things like journaling. I am a big journaler. And then I buy a bunch of books. I don't even know where it's at. But I buy a bunch of books that comes with the journal prompts in it. And when I feel that loneliness, I pick up one and I write. So journaling, breathing techniques, muscle relaxation, even meditation, and even practices such as yoga, anything that calms your nervous system, anything that can help attack those feelings, those emotions that try to overtake you, it can help. You have to learn how to regulate that nervous system, because if every single time you get that automatic reaction, that nervous system heighten, and you don't have no way to bring it down, all it's going to do is escalate and turn into more symptoms and more problems. And we don't want that. Number 2, I am a spiritual girly. And one thing I stand firm on is my crystals. So I use these for my spiritual healing. I use these for the energy that they give. We have our bloodstone here for that strength. Mm, 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 mm. We have that amethyst for that insight, that strength, that divine guidance. And then I even wear things such as howlite. And if you rub these stones around in your hand, you can feel the energy within them. Howlite will take that stress away. It'll calm those conflicts. It'll even out that energy. So you can use stones like that. We even have some red jasper. And most of the time, mostly every day, I have these red jasper beads around my wrist to help balance that energy, ground me. I also have some angelite. And I have a bunch more stones. My point is, you can lean into spiritual things. I am really big on prayer. Again, I like my crystals. I like cleansing the energy with my incense. Those things, whatever connects you to your spiritual background, to your spiritual values, those things can act as a beneficial protective factor or a support system in those times of loneliness. When you're journaling, or you're if you're journaling, or maybe you're meditating, maybe you want to sit some amethyst in front of you to try to help with that meditation. If you're feeling like you need some strength, some strength, grab your bloodstone. If you need to be grounded, find you some type of spiritual item that you may cling to. I like everything. So that was number two. I really leaned into the spiritual side. I really gave a lot of things to God to handle, because after a certain point, they're beyond you. I also have this one thing that I do every morning. Here's some more Labrador, right? Side alert. I also have this thing I do every single day. This is a manifestation box. Literally, I cut up some little shards of paper. Sometimes I do parchment. Every morning, I write a manifestation, an intention for my day, and then I take it, I fold it towards me because it's coming to me. To me. Fold it. Fold it towards me. And then I slide it into this little intention box where all my manifestations, let's not put that empty one in there, where all my manifestations sit, and it starts my day in a positive way with positive intentions and positive goals already on my mind. So that's something that I really felt like it connected me with something greater than myself, and it gave me support in those times of loneliness when I felt like I couldn't depend on anybody. These things gave me strength. I'll grab a crystal. I'll grab a crystal like it's nothing, because in my time of need, in my time of loneliness, these offered me some calming and healing properties that empowered me to keep going, to keep moving, and to feel a little bit more confident in the mess that I was in and that I could get out of it, or the feelings that I was in and that I could get out of it. Number three, I built a routine that incorporated self-care as a necessity. I built a daily routine that sets me up to have a positive day, for me to feel supported, and for me to have the energy I need and the motivation I need to move away from those lonely thoughts, to move away from those lonely situations, and to, you know, move forward with a little bit more grace, if you get what I'm saying. Because loneliness can really overtake you, and it can become part of your daily routine. Let me say that again. Just like you can build a routine that emphasizes self-care, that emphasizes making connections, you can build a routine of loneliness. You can incorporate loneliness into your routine. So you can wake up and automatically you're staring in the mirror. Oh, I'm just so alone. And I'm saying this because I did that. I would get up in the mornings and I'd just be like, another day. And I'm all by myself. Do you see the kind of state that can put you in? When your mind is already there, and those automatic thoughts are already intruding, already giving you negative energy to move forward in your day. So how about we do something different? This is what I did. Instead of starting my day with those negative thoughts, I started my day by reading a motivational quote. Or I get up and meditate. Or I'll get up and maybe even just get me a cup of coffee and turn on one of my favorite cartoons. Like my comfort show is SpongeBob. I will always be a SpongeBob girly. So get up, I grab me a cup of coffee, and before work, I take 30 minutes or 20 minutes to watch an episode or two. Doing things like that, incorporating those things into your routines can help you move away from those automatic negative thought patterns that facilitate environments of loneliness. If you get what I'm saying. Loneliness does not happen in a vacuum. Often, loneliness is triggered by trauma, by life experiences, by life stressors. Loneliness does not just happen. It develops over time. It develops with actions. It develops with behaviors, emotions, approaches, responses. All those things contribute to the loneliness that steady heightens if it's not addressed. So wake up in the morning and incorporate things into your routine that help you feel confident in yourself so that automatic negative thought patterns are not battling you every single day. I also, just like we have those automatic negative thoughts, I started combating those with automatic positive thoughts. As soon as that negative thought went in my head, oh, I'm just so lonely, I feel so sad today. But I'm not. And I got a lot of people that love me, and I got a lot of people that support me. You see how you got to twist that switch sometimes? And it takes time, but after doing it so much, it becomes a habit. It becomes automatic. Like it becomes automatic. So put self-care first. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, because if you're not taking care of yourself, loneliness will ruminate and it will grow. I'm telling you, it will grow. And number four, once I got all of those things down, number four, my lord, I started to rebuild connections. I started to feel that confidence in myself where I was like, okay, maybe now is the time for me to get out of the house. Maybe now is the time for me to join a club. Maybe now is the time for me to put myself out there. I slowly started rebuilding those connections that were meaningful. Of course, any connections that were negative or any connections that caused me strife, of course, those got left in the back and they're never coming back. But the relationships that were meaningful, the old ones that had phased out or had slowly faded, that were meaningful and needed to be reconnected, I grabbed onto those. And then also I made new connections and I met new people and found new friends, because oftentimes that loneliness doesn't come from you just being by yourself. That loneliness can come from not having the correct support system around you and having people around you that don't mean you good. So that goes back to watching who your friends are as well, because loneliness can stem from a friend group that isolates you, or a friend group that does not have your best interest at heart. So don't move too fast. I got through all those things and I stabilized my emotions and my nervous system for myself, by myself, because sometimes outside stimuli can trigger you and make you worse. So I had to get those things stabilized, had to get those things under control. And then I felt comfortable putting myself out there to other people. And this was a great step to take after my emotions are regulated and I don't have those negative thought patterns intruding. So you know what I mean. Take your time. Don't rush it. And when you're ready, you can start rebuilding connections and you can start making new ones. And you just might find yourself feeling less and less lonely by the day. When I got all these things under control, my body shifted, my motivation shifted, my thought processes shifted, and most of all, my relationships shifted. I had to let go of some things. I had to erase some preconceived notions that I had of what life is supposed to be. We can't stand in what social media tells us life is supposed to be, what TV tells us life is supposed to be. Sometimes you have to slow down and live in reality of the world that we live in. You have to take what's real and apply it to your life. And so, those once I started regulating my nervous system, finding things that I feel can support me, such as my crystals, and then building a routine that supports me, I was able to make more connections. And now I don't feel as lonely. Of course, everybody gets lonely sometimes. So I still get lonely sometimes. But it is not chronic, it is not intrusive, and it is not extreme. So, if this video helped you, first I encourage you to find some tools and some skills that can help you regulate your nervous system. And if you guys want more, I can make a full video on just things that can help regulate that nervous system, because that is the root of everything. Our nervous system controls so much of how we act, think, and feel. So find some tools that can help you gain better control of that nervous system. Find some spiritual or either some type of something for you to maybe not even just cling to, but something that you can go to when you need some support. Something that you feel can help you, whether that be someone that's acted as a mentor to you, whether it be stones, whether it be a hobby that you have. Find something that brings you peace. Find something that you feel is effective and apply it. And then I want you to really pour into yourself. I want you to really think of some things that you can do to care for yourself daily, because if you take care of yourself, your emotional states increase. They become more stable, they become more positive. So take care of yourself is what I'm saying. Put yourself first sometimes is what I'm saying. I had to learn that myself, that because I'm a person, I care about people deeply. I always want to help people out. And then that made it where I always put myself last. And that was one of the major contributions to the development of my loneliness. So I'm not saying don't take care of people. I'm not saying don't help people. I'm saying pour into yourself just like you think other people need to be poured into. Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to pour into you like you pour into you. And then lastly, when you feel comfortable, after you feel like you got a good grip on all of those things, move forward to making connections. And if those old connections were what really started the loneliness, or what really contributes to the loneliness, leave those old connections where they are. They're not worth taking. They're not the word. They're not worth it. Not worth it. But if you do have some that life just slowly faded it out and there was nothing wrong with it, and that you feel are worth reconnecting with, find those people and then try to go, whether you got old connections or not, make some new connections. Because surrounding yourself with people who want the best for you, surrounding yourself with people who have a positive outlook on life, can help you become more positive. So I will add the link to my crystals, some of my crystals, in the box. I also will add the link to some of the other stuff that I have, like some of the journals that I use when I need that boost of confidence, when I need to recenter myself and find myself. I will put those links in the description as well. And anything else that I feel might be a little bit helpful or might be powerful in helping you combat loneliness. Guys, come on in the code. You'll never be alone here. We are a family, and I want to build a community. All are welcome in the cove. If you are lonely, come here. If you feel like you're at the end of your line, come here. If mental challenges are just too much, come to the cove. Come see Carmi, and we will work it out together. If you need me to discuss something, I'll make a video just for you, because you are special, you are worthy, and no matter how lonely you feel, you are not alone. You're not alone in the loneliness, and you're not alone coming out of it. So thank you guys so much for watching today. I know it was a bit long-winded, but I hope that my experience, my personal tools that I apply, I hope that it can help somebody today. I'll see you guys back later, and don't forget to subscribe so you can be in the Cove. The Cove is a community for all. Join us, grow with us. This is the place where divine things flourish and grow. See you guys next time.